Hello everyone again. Today this rant is going to be about head canons. Also, the new voice is the result of an update with the editing software I'm using. But now into the actual rant. Recently I've been seeing people in the creative space use the word headcanon a lot. To the point where its meaning got rather flimsy. The original meaning of the word headcanon is a belief that you think is true or canon to the original story. For example, a girl in the original story is very kind but has a very tragic backstory with her family. Someone can headcanon that the girl is only being nice to prevent any more problems when she's actually bitter on the inside. In the now, people forgot this meaning and started using headcanons like this, going off of the story before. The girl was very nice all the time, meanwhile the headcanon is that she was never nice and was so cruel that it became the true reason her family hated her. That is not a headcanon, that is either you being openly wrong or what we call an AU. An AU is an abbreviation of alternate universe, which is a deviation from the original story. I'm going to use one of my AUs of a character as an example. Major spoilers for that story ahead. In the original or canon, Fount of Knowledge from the game Cookie Run Kingdom is a cookie who was created as an adversary to the many witches and creators of cookies along with 4 others. But even with this, the cookies were a little ignorant of his words or were constantly twisting it to use against each other before eventually turning against the fount, which caused him to lose his mind and fall into deceit as he thought that's what cookies wanted. At least from what I remember. Now in one of my main AUs, I changed the fact Fount of Knowledge didn't have a name and changed it to Blueberry Milk and made him much more nervous than the original Fount of Knowledge. I also made it so that he would encounter an eldritch being later, but that's a major deviation. Do you see what I mean now? Even though the changes are minor, I don't genuinely think they're canon, especially when I ship characters together that are obviously not together in the canon. Like no, that isn't a thing to headcanon, that's you misrepresenting characters or making a use. Speaking of misrepresenting characters, you can't headcanon a white or even Asian character as black. No, that's not how it works, and that also is a little weird, and that means don't do it the other way around either. Another thing, if a character is straight and it's told in a part of the story, you cannot headcanon them being gay. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Same goes for the other way around with gay characters. If a character isn't trans and you headcanon that they're trans, I'm sorry, you're also wrong, and that doesn't always mean they're phobic because they're trying to correct you on how a character actually is. People have the urge to give the correct information sometimes. This doesn't account for people who are weird about it, like there are nicer ways to say things. And it doesn't matter how low of a representation you have. You don't falsely canonize something and then get unreasonably mad that someone tried to correct you thinking that you got bad info. I think people grew distant with the term AU due to the situations on the internet with Amino and DeviantArt where the AUs got straight weird and traumatizing, but that doesn't mean we should just lie to ourselves about what's canon. So fellow creatives, it is time to wake up and remember what the terms mean and why people are getting flamed for nothing. I don't know if I briefly talked about this before, but recently the irritation showed up after seeing someone use it wrong, so I chose to make a more detailed version of said rant if it previously existed at all. Remember to take care of yourself in real life and please be careful on the internet.